Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me in Farm Sim 25 and the 7 Species Homestead map. So, I'm just, there we go, picking up the grass we mowed yesterday. Bright and early in the morning. March the 2nd. Of course, it's not March the 2nd in real life. It's actually the 13th day of July, 2025. As I record this, I think it should be going up somewhere around the 20th. And looks like another hot, sunny summer day for us here in the beautiful Sunshine Coast, BC, Canada. And that's a very good thing. Took the e-bike down to the local track this morning about 4:30 and did my day's steps down there, because I don't favor going out for long walks once it starts to really get toasty. But there you are. It's currently 8:29 my time in the morning, so yeah, I've been up for 4.5 hours. Indeed. The poor outdoor kitty Bob that I've been kind of half looking after for the last number of years. It's still adjusting to the changes in routine. Normally on not hot days, when I go for my normal walks at about 5:15 or so, I appear at the bottom of the driveway and he comes out of wherever it is he's spent the evening and follows me up the hill and gets his breakfast. But when I do things like take the bike down, then I don't come up that way. And I have to, once I get everything put away, I go back outside, walk around the other side of the building and down to the driveway and give him a whistle, and then he shows up. But you can tell by the speed he's walking, he was still probably napping. Poor old guy. I really hope he decides this winter to start spending the time indoors. I mean, he's been coming around here for a number of years, so must be getting on by now. He wasn't a kitten by any means when he first started coming around. Still don't understand how somebody would abandon such a absolutely gorgeous cat. Little chocolate point Siamese cross. But there you go. A fine catto. Poor Dexter has an issue. He doesn't... he's an absolute drama queen. If you blow at him, you know, just... yeah. That... wow! So, you can imagine when I turn a fan on here in the living room to help push some of that stagnant hot air around until it cools off a bit, how he reacts to that. Well, fact of it is, he won't show his face in the living room while the fan is on. So he's curled up on my bed pretending the bedroom is his new home. What a kitty. Yeah, it's hilarious. He'll come wandering in, doing his usual, oh, pay attention to me, meow, meow, meow. And then he'll sit there and I'll just ever so lightly blow a little breath at him. Wah! Dixie looks at him like I took a stick to him or something, what little yowls he lets out. It does matter both ends. I thought, well, maybe he just doesn't like the wind in his face, but no. If he even suspects you're blowing on him, he's... weird. I don't know why. I mean, as far as I know, there was never anything wind-related that was a trauma to him. I don't know. Maybe he's just figures life as a trauma. But they do say that orange cats tend to be very vocal. And He has no problem at all going with that particular stereotype, let me tell you. Alright, let's get back to our business here. We're pulling a fair chunk of... that way too soon to get that thing going. I didn't realize it would drop our speed that badly. There we go. Yeah, this should put us back in the silage business pretty heavy. Which is good, because like I said, it's being used for several things. I wasn't expecting them to use it for fertilizer. I don't... it's the first I've seen of that. Which, I mean, no big surprise. Most things that happen these days are firsts. Yeah, the longer you're around, the more first things you run into. And speaking of old man, big shout out to the creator of this map, and quite a number of others, by the way. There is, of course, a link in the description down below that will take you to the Trello site where you too can download the map, download the mods, have a look at his other maps. They all come with a bunch of different mod sets, vehicles, factories. They are one of the most custom setups you'll run into, probably. But yeah, there you go. There are links to other, perhaps not famous, but certainly YouTubers that I enjoy in the description down below. As well as Old Man 102, you'll find City Farmer, an excellent source of farm sim videos. Very relaxing play style, and good at it. And other people, not necessarily farm sim, like Michelangelo and a few others. But yeah, check it out. And if you don't feel like leaving a like on my channel or a subscription, maybe consider doing so for one or all of them. Alright, we are full again. Well, I guess the more fields we put in, the less I'll actually need it, but I'm starting to see a 26,000 liter forage wagon as being a wee bit too small for my needs. That's okay. I could throw the toolbox beside it and turn it into a 200,000 liter, because it is one of the TARDIS ones, which means it has a sort of a normal setting, which is what I have it on, and then it has an absolutely ludicrous setting. Nothing in between, which is unfortunate. Like, I mean, if it would do 40,000, that I would probably consider and go, well, it's only a little cheaty. But yeah, I do believe the only step up from here is 200,000. And yeah, I don't know that they even build a trailer that holds that much. And if they did, I don't think our tractor would pull it very far. As big, beautiful, and powerful as this tractor is, yeah, we all got our limits, man. There we go. Little in-cab action so we can all wobble around and get dizzy. So a cloudy day in the weather forecast. I'm looking up above here. And it, yeah, it is that, isn't it? Not bad. Can still see some blue poking through. That's always a nice thing. We should get a couple of blades of grass from the next row, and then at least we're pointed in the right direction to go and dump it off. There we go. It was like just a couple blades of grass. Let's check and see how we're doing. I mean, again, it's only 26,000 a piece, so, you know, you need to run 4 trailers in to get 100K. Well, a little bit over, but roughly. So let's hop out and see what it says. I mean, we had some in here, so it's not like it was empty. Yeah. 129,000 grass and 44,000 silage. So basically, at this point, 160,000 per silage. And where was the hay sitting at? 125. Well, I guess we could dump a load or two in there as well, eh? Wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings or finances. This is here in my little hometown. This is the weekend we celebrate a very, well, I would hesitate to say a very Canadian, if not a very BC-ish sort of thing. A little event called Loggers Sports. And it basically takes a lot of the very specialized skills that loggers have, whether that's simply using an axe with some skill as opposed to flailing it around, or, you know, climbing a tree, or any of the other things that they end up having to do for their work. It's done on a competitive level, and it's really quite something to see. But, yeah, we have competitors come from all over the country, and there might, as far as I know, there's also a few international competitors that generally show up. And, yeah, the usual carnival sort of things, you know, there's food and drink and all that, and, yeah, but mainly it's this celebration of the, an industry that for years kept this province humming. Not so much anymore, like everything else, thanks to mostly government regulation and deregulation and more regulation to regulate the regulations. And, you know, basically if we don't get a cut, you don't get to do it. It seems to be the predominant way of running things now. But yeah, that's going on this weekend. We used to have, years and years ago, when I was here as a kid, and I think, well, no, I guess it stopped a few decades back. But when the pulp mill here, which used to be why this town basically existed, when they were at their more or less peak, and we had our summer celebration that we called Seafair, there used to be an event, and it was kind of like you've seen that event where they have to pick up big huge stones and move them a certain distance and then come back to get a heavier one and a heavier one, blah 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 blah. Well, they used to do that here as well, but they did it with paper rolls. What can paper weigh? Well, I believe the small roll they started with was about 400 pounds. Yeah, and went up considerably from there. But there were only a few people who competed in it because, like I said, they didn't, it's not like they started it at 50 pounds and everybody could enter. No, you had to be pretty serious. But it was quite a thing. They'd have a harness that they'd hook up to both ends of the tube that runs through the center of the paper roll. And then, they'd pick this thing up and walk it halfway across the ferry parking lot. That was quite a thing. That hasn't gone on for years. I mean, our mill is now actually closed, but that was an event. I don't know. I think it probably got stopped due to, the old can't drink out of a garden hose societal change thing that went on. How any of us survived our youth has got to be a mystery to everyone, most especially the government. I mean, when I was a kid, there wasn't a day that went by in the summer when you didn't 3 or 4 times stop and drink out of a garden hose. And nobody cared. Everybody, it didn't have to be your house. You didn't have to know the people that lived there. If you heard your hose running and you looked out the window and it was a bunch of kids standing there, you just laughed and waved hello to them and carried on because you knew they were just there to get a drink of water. It was a hot summer day. How the heck do you deny a kid a drink of water? Now, for some reason, it's considered, it's like licking the butt clean on a dog if you drink out of a water hose or something. Because boy, oh boy, is it ever frowned on. I imagine it's some health thing, but I don't know. I can't recall a single kid ever getting sick from drinking water out of a hose. But yeah, that's just one of many, of course. But I mean, that's a common meme thing too, isn't it? How we ever survived going through it? Well, yeah. And you don't think about it at the time, I mean, I wonder now how the heck kids survive when they're walking around with a phone stuck in their face 24 hours a day. The stuff we used to do, man, if you didn't have both eyes wide open listening like a freaking bat on sonar and both hands free, you'd probably hurt yourself on a daily basis. So we are almost done here. I was reading an interesting article the other day about, of all things, fireflies, or lightning bugs, or whatever you call them, where you live. I know they are referred to as a number of different things, but I think the most common is firefly and lightning bug. But they've been in a steady decline for decades. And it's not pesticides and such, which is usual, or some parasite or something else. No, it's actually all that little butt blinking that they do. It's like just about anything else that's flashy and special in the animal world. It has to do with mating. And the issue is light. There's just so damn much of it now. That, areas that they used to live and obviously reproduce and, build their numbers are now so awash with light that their whole reason for having a flashy butt is just no longer a valid thing. And they're dying off because their mating rituals just ain't what they used to be. So, I thought it was kind of interesting. And it wasn't some, opinion thing. It was based on research and such. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty well, not cool. Like, it's not cool that fireflies are dying off. I remember growing up in when we used to live in Ontario before we moved out here in 70, 71, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, fireflies all the time up where we had our cottage. And where we lived on the base as well, but not to the same extent. And I think, again, probably, oops, I've missed it, for the same reason. You know, where we had our cottage was, you know, much darker. It was a few isolated cottages around a big lake in the middle of the bloody woods, so. Whereas military bases, even back in the 60s and 70s, tended to be fairly well lit. Not to the extent things are these days, I mean, good lord. Especially with LED lighting being so cheap to run, you know. Alright, so... Whoa. I forget, pulling into the back of these things isn't always as easy as I can make it out to be. It's a pretty tight space. How's that? Are you sticking way out the front? Kind of, eh? Let's get you a little more settled in. There you go. Alright. So in the end, how did we do? How did we do indeed? We'll close the doors on that place, let it do its thing. So, on the hay one. Silage, we are now, yeah, not bad. We'll be at over 200K once it processes. So I didn't drop any in here. Ah, man. Let's de-hose. There we go. And we'll close the doors. Alright. So now that all of that is picked up and it's doing its thing, we are going to once again zippity-doo-dah our way through a day. Yeah. I know, it's still so early in the morning, it's foggy, but March the 2nd has ceased to be of value to us. And so, we're going to see how March the 3rd turns out. Probably not much better, to be honest. Probably not much better. Although it's probably almost time for us to start looking at shifting some goods around. Oh, I don't want to forget about my coffee. Three months ago, the kilo container of coffee that I would buy each month was $12, almost $13. That same container last week when I was at the store, in the same store, was almost $23. And it wasn't just that make and model. No. All of it. So, yeah, it's reached a point where I not only shouldn't waste it because it's gone cold, I should probably lick the bloody cup clean. I mean, serious. I still don't know how to bloody get hens here. I mean, we have water. What more could I want? But according to this, we need boxes, live chickens, water, and wheat. Now, I think wheat we can do. Doesn't this thing do wheat? Yes. In fact, there's some here. You're wheat, aren't you? Are you not wheat? Wheat, yeah. You're wheat, you're wheat, you're wheat. Oh, crap. Every second one of these is wheat. Boxes, boxes, boxes. I have boxes as well, I'm pretty sure. Those are crates. I guess crates aren't exactly boxes, are they? Okay, so it's not you, it's the other one. The Mill of Madness. Alright, so let's grab Chesty Cheetah here. Turn you back into a pallet goblin monster. Oh, it's actually they even say in the download thing that you have to have the back of it towards the vehicle that you're, yeah, so my fault. And we will go Baleo trailer. Thank you very much. Customize it. Yes, indeed. Cost me nothing. That's the price we like to pay. There we go. Let's put you down where you won't get run over or dragged across a field. And let's see if we can find, first of all, some boxes. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we do produce them. Because I looked that up before I decided to place that thing. Thinking that, you know, the easy thing will be finding chickens. Come on. Boxes. You have boxes. In fact, you have many boxes. So, nails, crates, furniture, pallets, planks, boxes. I would like a dozen, please. We can give it a touch. Alright, there we are. Nice. I wonder why it lays it out so weird. I guess it's because I lined these up with the road, which is obviously not square to the grid of the map. And I guess these line up square to the grid. So, alright, I suppose I don't wonder. I already have my own theories. Okay, there's some. So it takes 8, so we'll order 4 more there when we come back. Well, let's take these to the chickens. Well, shouldn't call it that, I guess. The only thing I don't have is actually chickens. So, that's a lovely mist we have this morning, isn't it? Is it better if I'm in here? Oh, maybe if you face out the window, dummy. Alright, here we go. I'm coming, chickens, I'm a-coming. Now, the tip is in the back, right? Man, that's one blurry mirror. There we go. Okay, I think we're on it. Alright. How'd that go? Oh, it didn't. I don't get it. Oh. Oh, crap. Here, let me pop the straps back on again. Maybe I have to actually unload it properly. Well, not properly, but in the form of the auto load. Now, I believe it's that. I hope it's that side, or this is going to be a pain in the butt. No, eh? Why the heck not? These are boxes. Is there somewhere else to dump things? I didn't think there was, frankly. Oh, what am I doing? This isn't the head. I'm sorry. I hope none of you hurt yourselves slapping your forehead with your palms on that one. Oh, God. Yeah, drinking out of garden hoses has no effect on you. Oh, that's why. Oh, man, I tell ya. There we go. Look at that. Woohoo! Oh, lordy. Wheat? Nope. You're corn. Fooled me, didn't you? You're wheat. Ooh. Replaced it with corn. Tricky little turkey, huh? There's some wheat. Okay, that's corn. That's wheat. Ah, that's corn. No, it is wheat. No, it's corn. Why did I think it was wheat? That's wheat. Why'd you replant? Sure as heck ain't. That ain't. There we go. That one is. 3 more. Can I find 3 more? That's corn. That's corn. That's corn. Here we go. Wheat. Corn. Corn. Alright, well, I think that's about the wheat we're gonna get. So, at least, unless I move a bunch of the other stuff and bring another one up. But this'll do. This, whoopsie, go the other way, I did. This'll do for the moment. Okay. Wheat gives us 50 eggs. Without chickens? Hmm? I don't understand how the heck we're supposed to get chickens in here. I mean, okay, we'll activate that just so we're getting something out of it, but... Oh, now it's telling me what? There's materials missing. Oh. Scroll down, man. Scroll down. Oh, Yeah, it's eggs. All you need is 10 wheat, and 2 boxes, and 3 water, and 10 live chickens. Now, maybe I'm just going on the wrong assumption here. Let me check something out. Because I said, you can't... They don't allow you to transport chickens with the normal animal trailers, but I also said Old Man tends to make a lot of... or put a lot of modded things into his animals' stuff. Horses. And none of these take chickens. Alright. So much for that theory. Well, I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to get live chickens here, dude. I just freaking don't. Yeah, I don't know. I can manage everything else. Is there some kind of mod that, you know? It's not that, or that. Sawmill, grass dryers. That's the thing that we're trying to get working. None of these planting things produce chickens, strangely enough. I don't know. How the heck does one get chickens? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, these just... no different than what I'm running, which is like one of these. I don't really want to put more chickens down, because that's just not the answer. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah. Well, I'll have to try and figure that out, because I really don't know what I need to do here to get this stupid thing going. You know? Chickens have no fear. Yeah, but what if we have no chickens? Because I don't see any sort of symbol to buy any, that's for sure. I don't know. I just don't know. Alright, I gotta get rid of this fog. It's driving me nuts. Should disappear about 10 a.m. or so, I think. There we go. Awesome. Now I can actually see. Look at that. Beautiful. Whoops. I guess I'm clipping that last box. Oh good, now I'm stuck. Just stuck. Ooh, that wasn't stuck. That was luck. I was hoping the crooked one would come. Because it's really hard to get by it. No. I was hoping maybe if I could get it far enough in, I could just release the straps and it would suck it all up. It did. Alright, now I might be able to get it back on it to release. Come on, baby. Do it. Oh, almost. Come on, you wretched thing. No. Unfortunately, unlike the tractors, that ain't gonna work. So... oh man, it's a long way to the tractors. Oh, this'll work. I don't think so. I don't think so. Sure, the Kubota's fine. Come with me. Mm-hmm. There we go. Alrighty. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. See how easy that was. Jeez, the sun coming off the top of those greenhouses, eh? Wow. That was washing out the side of the screen for a moment. Alright, I'm just gonna pop you there. Where are you? Hello. Alright. Okay. I'll clear those out of there at some point. Oops. Stalled the truck. Alright, so that's all emptied out. Do you have what you need to continue on? Running. We got compost, seeds, water. Okay. Yeah, no idea what to do with the chicken thing. Don't know, man. Don't know. I wonder if there's anything super duper going on in our little month here. What do we got? We've got like tomatoes. They peak, oh, well, a couple of months back. They're in a sharp decline. Well, middle of April looks like we had another little peak, so that's not bad. Okay. Are we growing strawberries? Yeah, same sort of thing. January is the peak for all of the vegetable type crops. And fruits and stuff. All the fresh produce, I guess, basically. When it's as far from fresh as it can get, that's when everybody wants it. This is what I'm getting. Alright. However, I do think this is probably a good place to call the episode. So, I will leave you for now, and hopefully by next episode I'll have figured out, I keep shutting the truck off instead of just pulling the straps. I will have figured out how to get some freaking chickens into the freaking chicken hut. So, there you go. Take good care of each other, folks. Hit that like button. Ciao for now.